Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Bailey Reserves. We are here for Southern Suburbs hosting Collegians. My name, as always, is Dave Webb. I'm joined in co-commentary by Serge Yumenko. How are you, Serge?
This is great.
The weather's come out for you. We are starting to feel a little bit like finals weather.
Almost spring kind of weather.
Now, a couple of weeks ago, you were watching this up on the Gold
I was
Coast.
up on the Sunshine
Sunshine
Coast, and we
Coast.
were watching this, and it was warm there and cold here, but it was just great. It's great
Was
how
the,
you guys have just brought rugby to everyone.
It was a rainy one, wasn't it, a couple of weeks ago?
It was a Barossa.
Although
you guys.
Barossa wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
And then I think you were up seeing Piers Rowan last week,
And
or 2 weeks ago.
Cheers to the Sunshine Coast viewers and all the viewers who get to enjoy the game.
It's really good. So, what I do want to spend some time talking about, on screen we see that it's Ernie is
Ernie's 350th
Craig Earnshaw. It's his 350th game. There are some big ones around the league, and I don't want to do them any misjustice, so I'm going to try and find them. If you are watching on Facebook and you want to give someone a shout out, I know Devo from Burnside is 500 today. That's pretty big. There's another boy from Burnside, I'll get his name, and there's a guy from Adelaide Uni who's 250 today. I will get those names, I will do them all justice. I promise you I will get through that. But that's massive. The other thing is as well, this is final round of...
This game counts.
Now, you at home won't see it, but I have an Excel sheet that will do all my maths for me. I'm going to keep on top of that through the day. A couple of things that can happen. If Burnside beat Brighton and Old Coles win here, Old Coles will finish top of the league. Brighton will go down to third.
That's good, man.
And Port Adelaide will jump south, and they will go into the Big Boys Cup. There's conversations that can be had around that. I think South probably might be a little upset with their draw in the second half of the season, considering how good the first half of the season was.
But if you're good enough, you do it anyway.
Well, you can only beat who's put in front of you.
That's it.
So I can't blame Port Adelaide for the position they're in. It's a really interesting one.
No, Port have had a good crack in the
Oh,
end.
well, I
It's
haven't
great.
spoken to anybody from Port, so I don't know how they're feeling about today. And the other thing is we shouldn't write off the Barossa, but you would say based on season form, the chances are that that's a 5-point bonus point win for Port Adelaide.
It's but the thing is though, it now gives everyone the ability to offer top level rugby no matter which club you're at. You don't have to change clubs to play top level. That is so important. So, and I think you're talking about it a few weeks ago in the commentary. In the World Cup, you're going to see these big scorelines. You will.
Yeah.
There are strong teams, there are weak teams, but as long as you get to play top level, you can gauge where you are, and you get to retain your players, and you get to grow. And you've got to do it by keeping those juniors knowing that though they can go right through their career for the same club. That's huge.
And it's been really interesting. A lot of people outside of Elizabeth and outside of the Barossa are saying, well, who wants to go and get beaten by 100 points every week? But if you speak to the people in those clubs, if you speak to the people at Elizabeth and at Barossa, and Uni have fared a little bit better than those two this year, they're absolutely fine with the results this year. They don't have a major issue because they're looking further down the line.
They're no longer losing players to the strong clubs that can only offer the first grade. And you must have those, you must have a 10 club first grade. You must.
There will
be able to offer.
There will be people who will absolutely relish that challenge. Not everybody wants an armchair
You've
ride.
got to love it.
There will be
it's an
people out there.
opportunity. And, those clubs that have only been able to offer third grade at top level. I mean, South used to be one of those clubs. You would rock up and I love this club, but I now have to leave to play top level. You don't anymore. You can play right through your club. What we need to do now is just get the numbers out, get the kids out of the schools, onto the field, and promote this game. And the World Cup's coming up. It's going to be a monster World Cup now. Anyone's got a crack at this now. Here they are. Okay,
Do you
Ernie's
honestly
coming
believe
through.
that?
Yeah, and
So there comes Craig Earnshaw,
Here he is.
350 games each
Good on
with
you,
his
Ernie.
son. That is his son.
That's Morrison,
Like I
his
said,
son.
Big boy as well.
Morris is playing under 8s.
Yeah.
The
Looks
odd
like he should
cameo
be
for
playing
10s.
under 12s.
Yeah, yes, cameo for 10s, and these boys love playing their rugby, and so do Collegians. This is going to be a good game.
Well, certainly last week's Bledisloe has probably put a cat amongst the pigeons somewhat, but
Anything is possible. Isn't that good?
I wonder whether being down to 14 men had anything to do with that.
We'll find out at Eden Park today.
Well, there's a lot of people who'll be leaving, who'll be keeping one eye on that. But I have got people out there. I've been frantically messaging some people to try and get scores from around the ground as we go today. We'll keep an eye on the Rugby Explorer app as well to just
So
keep
just so
an eye.
people know, if you've just dialed in, this game is for a spot in the finals for South.
For
and
South
for
it
Collegians, it's to cement their spot, and this is important.
Potentially top of the table. It's potentially minor premiers for all Collegians
So
today.
this game counts.
So we are about to go. Hade Tamai will start us off. And Jack Campion returning to the old Collegian side after a couple of weeks out with a shoulder injury. We didn't see Gary Mann last week either. Stewie Nutt has decided he's enjoying the South Australian weather and he's going to have another go
Just going.
this week. Sadler in 9 to Curtin. Curtin will step back inside. Very, very elusive runner, Curtin. And Sean Nurley with the steal. All Collegians have to sort it out. Someone down and not moved very much. That's Billett. Dawes. Halfback's not there, so Rockaborough will have to step in.
Yeah.
Willing replacement. Curtin to Nutt. It's nice seeing a Nutt in the midfield for all Collegians again. We've missed Henry. I should give Henry a shout out.
Oh,
Very naughty boy last week. Rockaborough will knock it ahead. The bounce of the
attacking.
ball beats everybody, and it ends up in the hands
counter.
of Keeper. Keeper has somebody inside. That's McCarthy.
Defense
McCarthy
Collegians.
is dragged down. Good offload to Keeper, though. Keeper's going to try and find a little bit of room inside. Support is there. McCarthy looks out to this near side.
Skinny's having a run.
Purcell just tries to find a way through. Can't quite get there. Support is there. Numbers out wide.
Will
One
that
of them is
happen?
Tamai.
And
Tamai
he's in.
will go over. Ladies and gentlemen, South will score the first try of the
good
game.
start.
Hade Tamai
Needed that.
puts 5 points on the board, and you said it. They need it.
Need it.
A draw is good enough for them for Souths,
Both teams are here to play. It's going to be a good game.
but that's. I mean, it's been said a million times. You can't trust the bounce of a rugby ball, and that is defence into attack.
That's it.
That's Hade Tamai scoring the first points of the game, and that's what they need. And then they just need to keep doing the same things.
Keep
They
putting
look
the pressure
good.
on, because Collegians will always come back. They are a good club. They are
It
strong.
is interesting because I know Connor McCarthy's played at least one game already today. It's a big ask to go 2 full games at halfback, but a little bit of energy
And the
conservation.
second great
you'll
game was
think.
ferocious. The reserves.
I think as well.
They had a cracker.
They will hope that the kicking is slightly better than the last time we saw the men in red
Bit
and
of a
green.
breeze. Little bit of a breeze.
So Tamai with the first one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
come
coming back,
nice.
and the flags go up.
Okay.
So converted his own try. Not the start all Collegians would have wanted.
They don't drop their heads, College. They play with pride.
Well, we saw that last week with the equalising try in red time. Just waiting on a ball. I think Souths would be happy to leave that ball off for 79 minutes, wouldn't they?
Oh, okay.
So Piers has found it.
Pierce has found us. Hello,
Pierce
Pierce
found
on the
us.
Sunshine Coast. Good afternoon, Queensland.
Purcell will sit underneath it. Really, the first time that we've seen Souths with ball in hand. We'll go to
Jackie
Johns.
Johns.
Keeper on this near side who just snaffled that ball. He'll put the ball to
And
ground.
attacking. Okay.
Tamai. Flag is up. He's
Nuts.
No, we're
the
playing
whistle.
on.
Play the whistle. Always play the
Rockaborough
whistle.
to Fleetwood Piper. Out to Coutser. who I had a chat with Tristan, who was a little bit upset that we missed his try last week. Not quite as upset as Jess Graham when we missed his head clash. Wonderful amount of stitches on that young man's eye.
I saw Tristan play in the state team for the Falcons earlier in the year. Got hit in 2 big tackles, just kept bouncing up.
He's made of tough stuff.
He's
an ex-Souths boy. He played for Souths last year and then found his way to Old Coles. An exceptional finisher. Someone certainly, I think, the coaching staff from Souths would like to see in a green and red shirt again.
This is the big game for him because this is his.
Is it the first time
back here? There's a lot of mates
here?
out there for Tristan.
Keeper.
Here we go.
Sends it to Rowe. Rowe will put it on the boot and turn Rockaborough around. Foot race between Tamai and Rockaborough. The sideline beats everybody.
22 there.
It looks like, I don't know whether they identified something from the Old Coles game, but they do seem to like just putting it behind them and turning the defenders around.
That's kind of the style of this team. They just attack. Good line out by Old Coles. They're running it from the 22. Lots of people wanting that ball.
Sadler to Curtin to Rockaborough to Fleetwood Piper, and Coutser is out there and waiting. They will just come this way, just left it behind, and
Brody's going to go.
Porter will go, hands it off to Purcell. McCarty will get there to Stanojevic.
We just call him Stevie.
Didn't think very hard about passing. Kami Kamitha will go, but we're coming back for the whistle. Just a little knock on, which we saw off the offload. So it's an interesting one.
Both teams not being shy about committing to the rucks. And Pierce writes in, Sunshine Coast is warm and blue skies.
Well, we're not.
I might even start wearing more clothes, he says.
We're not terrible here. Like we said, spring is just starting to show itself.
I had to take my jacket off for the first
around
time.
20 degrees, 18 degrees it says on my watch. So not terrible.
It's not terrible. It's
certainly
good.
one of the better conditions we've had for a while. Earnshaw decides he wants to go.
350 games going. He was a bit nervous before the game, he said.
Keeper out the back to Rowe. Rowe has a couple to beat. Jackal was nearly good.
Strong
then they'll go into Klopp.
Defense.
Big loud blast of the whistle and a penalty. From around the same spot that he kicked the goal, and already Iso is saying go and take the points. Iso is having a day where he could actually get his surname today, because normally he's playing with his brother. So Iso Ronavuso.
Ronavuso, yeah.
Pointing at the post.
All the way through from juniors to seniors. And that's what we need. We need lots of kids going through all the clubs, juniors to seniors. And grab your friends and come out and play rugby. It's just the best sport.
You're still getting around, aren't you?
I play the odd game. I'm playing a bit of Cripple Crows. Have the odd run. Coaching the South Tens. Love coaching. It's good fun. Just need more kids, Dave.
We all do.
Just need more kids.
The rugby needs, and
Not
hopefully the World Cup, hopefully the World Cup will start to bring people out.
That's it. All the clubs must take advantage of this.
So see whether he's learned anything from his first kick. Skirted with that left hand upright as we look at it.
Oh, he's gone right.
Much better kick. He's pushed it too far to the right. Looked better off the boot, but the flags stay down, so it will be a 22 dropout. So still 7 points to 0. 8.5 minutes gone on the Wojtek scoreboard. So Curtin will restart. Long drop out, finds it's going to drop into a little bit of space. Do not trust the bounce of the ball. McDonough dealt with by Rowe. Sadler loses it, says it's gone backwards. Keeper again making another mess, and finally we finally get a breakdown.
Great hit by the number 8. Forwards are working now for Collegians.
Do like to see them go wing to wing. Penalty, not roll
Yeah,
away.
that's right.
And finally, and it's been a while since we've seen Old Collegians. We've had to look to our left to see Old Collegians in the south half. So Curtin will knock them down.
Never
Inside
taken
the
for granted.
22.
They will punish you as soon as they get inside the half.
Okay, I'm getting I'm getting reports of the Rams up by 17 over Port, but that comes from Lenny Nielsen. I don't know how true that is. We'll keep an eye on things through the day.
Yeah, I'm getting messages. I've never had so many text messages.
Gone to the back, Campion off the top, into midfield to Curtin. Curtin has runners, one of them is Nutt. Nutt will put his head down. Over to the right to Curtin, has Fleetwood Piper on the short inside line.
Collegians are on the go here.
Did get him, but now they're starting to look stretched.
Short
Short
the
ball.
post, and there
Dawes will give it to
Yes.
Mann, and Mann will score. Old Collegians first of the game underneath the posts.
As soon as they get in the attack, they're dangerous.
Came from the app, apparently. The Rams being 17 points to 0 up. That's noise you want to hear. That's certainly the news that the Souths will want to hear.
There's a photo of Pierce on the sunny coast with a sparking ale in hand. And happy birthday to the Thirsty-Eyed Lions and Maroochydore.
So direct in front. Not as windy today, so I don't think Will Sadler's going to have to deal with that.
He should make easy work.
Well, there we go. So the news that we are getting is Barossa are leading over Port up at Barossa.
It's anyone's game.
Well, it's...
Anyone can do anything. It's rugby. Last round.
It is incredibly important today.
Here we go. He's popped it over for the extras.
So 7 points apiece.
7 all. 10 minutes in.
We have a long way to go.
Long way to go, isn't it? I'm tired already just watching him.
Just looking at that pack for South. So it's a front row of Newton, Cami
There's a lot of experience in there.
Stanojevic. Experience is...
and they've got this. They've got a good. It's just a good core group of players in South.
My only concern for them is how big that petrol tank is.
That only time will tell. We know Collegians have a lot of fuel in the tank.
So Mann will start to bring it out. Out to Bartlett. Bartlett will manage to shake his way through a couple and then just puts his head down towards Klopf. Curtin again.
Looking for the gaps.
Certainly can't give him any space. Calls of high. I don't mind that one. Mann will take on Tamai.
They're working the phase as well, Collegians.
Rockaborough to Campion. Campion looking for a gap, manages to wriggle his way through. Clean out beats Clough. Stanojevic goes right through the middle. Quick hands from Curtin. Finds his way out. Over onto that far side. Curtin again, who's seeing a huge amount of the ball early. Then to Curter. Curter tries to find some room on the outside. Flag goes up.
There's about 10 phases of rugby there, though.
Sorry, Kutzer. I got to be careful. He came and spoke to me before because I apologised to him for missing his try. The weather got us last week. And I thought he was going to talk to me about that, and he just said to me, it's Kutzer, not Kurtzer.
I don't know how you remember all the names.
So, scrum down in midfield. Fairly decent blindside for Kutzer, and he'll be taking on Wiggett out there if it goes that way. Wiggett can step in to 9 if Conor McCarthy needs, if he runs out of fuel, having already played 80 minutes today.
In the front row, having some fun and games, just saying, we'll slow it down, please, sir. It's normally the hooker that does the talking, and then the halfback joins in.
Yeah, I think probably likely to see they'll want to try and keep.
Strong Collegians.
Jeez, it looks like a game and a half up there at Barossa. It's 39.
Making the yards. Got the extra 5.
Rockaborough
Turn South right around.
Sends Rowe backwards, and Rowe will just clear it.
Didn't get much interest on that kick, but gets them out of trouble.
So this is coming from the app.
Oh, nice hit. Got someone
That's
down.
Newton down. Over on this near side.
Front row down. Graham
He's
doesn't
still
go down
going.
easily.
No, he's a big tough man. Big tough Englishman. Earnshaw. Speaking of big tough Englishman. Ball's ended up coming out on Old Collegians side though.
And they've got it. College have
He's got to let it go.
rocked it out,
Someone's got to
counter.
let it go. Purcell
Hands
did
everywhere.
everything he could to try and get it to come back. Newton is still
Purcell's
not
still
in a
working
great
for it.
position.
There has to be.
Now there's a
penalty.
whistle and a penalty. Stanojevic not letting go. So I might just take this this break
that
just
was
to try
skinny
and do a
Purcell.
little bit of maths.
Graham's still down. I might have to go get my boots. Hang on a second.
Yeah, he might be needed.
They're in the car.
Aren't they always?
Always.
I think
They're
my
always in
boots
the
are in the
car.
car. As we
Your
stand
boots aren't in the car.
at the moment,
What's wrong with you?
so we'll just use this short break. As we stand at the moment, Burnside sit on top of the table. Brighton are in second, and Old Coles are in third. But that would they're both on
Very
59
close,
points. This
yeah.
is live, so it's as if everything was to finish now, but that would then go down to points difference. Onkers are in fourth. Souths are still in fifth, and Port are sat in sixth, according to the app. Now they started at 2:30, so we'll know how that is before this one finishes. It's 39.22 on the app, and like I said, it started at 2:30.
We also had a crack today.
I don't think that would be a million miles away from finished.
I love going to the Barossa.
Well, if Port lose, then Souths are pretty much nailed on, and then we're just looking at the pointy end of the table.
But you know, isn't it great that even in the last round, we're talking about who's in?
Yes,
That's the
that is
best thing.
very, very healthy.
And a couple of those clubs were, you know, not thought of, and that's the best thing.
So McCarty to keeper, flat ball to Klopf. Klopf had Isoa outside him. Probably best decision to keep hold of the ball.
That's it. It's not clean.
McCarty
Collegians
to
up.
Johns, really into midfield.
Yeah.
Keeper
Great
again
defence.
to Tamai.
Great defence, Collegians. They're really
To
having a go.
Purcell, he's got two to deal with. Manages to get to ground. It's a little bit going on in midfield with Stanojevic. He doesn't take a step backward to Stevie. There's another player down, that's Purcell. It's a cursed bit of ground down there, I think. John's looking to shake a way through. Can't manage it.
Collegians line just holding firm, pushing him back.
So Uni are leading 12-0. It's probably one of the few games that doesn't actually have an impact today. McCarty again to keeper, to Kami Kamitha, looked inside. Tries to get that big mitt of his free, but Tamai's clean out came just about in time.
Big game today for the Uni girls. Took the South girls out to finish top. That's a massive win for the Uni girls.
Forward. Forward pass, so a scrum down, but that's Purcell is struggling somewhat. So that's Brody Porter coming back on. Was that? It must have been a blood.
It's been a blood. Cobble Will's coming off for a rest.
Oh, just been updated on the app. Barossa 44, Port 22.
There you go.
So that's looking like that's going to be tough to come back. They kicked
Barossa
off
obviously ran downhill in the second half.
they kicked off at half 2. Yeah, they'll be deep into the second half now.
Collegians.
Rockaborough looks to step back inside. Good tackle by Rowe.
Oh, they're going to go wide.
Sadler thought he saw a gap and then stepped back inside. Rowe again managing to just do a job defensively. He's an impressive young man, Sam Rowe. Grows with every game that you see him. Tim Dawes just puts the head down and off he goes.
Just pick and drive, pick and drive. Big work by the Collegians forwards. They're going to get some points here. Oh,
Out
where's
to
it
the
gone?
far side to Kuta. Kuta will take on Wigan.
Oh,
Beat Wigan.
Tristan's had a crack at it.
Gets towards the line, offloads out the back. Goes backwards. Gonna play on. Curtin bundled into touch.
And the line-out's probably not a bad
Wigan
result.
will finish him off. I think I'm going all the way back
What's
for
happening?
that knock-on. Looked like a little knock-on by old Coles back
Knock-on?
down in that corner.
Collegians
No,
fault.
South.
Collegians forwards really working hard now.
So one set of the fans would be relieved from results around the ground. The other set of fans, the old Collegian fans, as they sit at the moment, they're still in second. And Burnside, if they can stay winning, will leapfrog the both of them.
There's been some great rugby this year.
There has been some good rugby. It's not very often we see a draw. Out to Fleetwood Piper, then out to Rockaborough. Rockaborough should finish from here and does. And old Coles will hit the front.
Credit to the forwards, the college forward pack. They look like they've just done 5 hard minutes of rugby. They're all
Well, we did.
They're all
We
looking sore.
talked. We
That's
talked
good
about
work.
the tank, the gas in the tank, and Dylan Purcell is back on his haunches again. He's not been comfortable for probably the last 5 minutes. Skinny Purcell.
Skinny Purcell.
So depending on the kick,
7 apiece with a kick to come. Is that right?
no, it's
not. That's
no,
not right.
it's 12-7
12-7
with the kick
with
to
a
come.
Kick to come.
Excellent angle for this kick for us.
He's got the Johnny Wilkinson stance. Could be dangerous. Oh, and it's come
Sets
back
it on its
nicely.
way, brings it back absolutely
Oh,
perfectly. Comes off
showed
the
the
post. And lands on the wrong side. So 12 points to 7.
And the clouds are coming over. Just probably a good time, Dave, to send a message to all the volunteers. And at the end of the season, they've done a great job. The pitches of all the clubs have been marked, and the Barbies have been manned, and the junior games, and making sure that everything's just happened. It takes a lot of work.
Speaking of volunteers, you might just see him pottering around in the background. I've seen him out there on his tractor. Steve Fidderman had a scoreboard named after him.
He's still out there.
Yeah,
He's out
pottering
there in
around.
the shed. He's just.
Yeah, talking of volunteers, he's had a scoreboard named after him here.
He has the Steve.
But certainly one of the best volunteers getting around in South Australian rugby. You shouldn't single people out, but
it's like every club's got a.
everyone's got a Steve Fidderman.
Just, you know what, everyone, if you just give that extra little, give an hour on the Barbie when you don't know you need to, and just bring in some chairs and take an empty to the bar. It matters. It matters to the volunteers. It's a long season.
Big blindside for all Collegians, and they go early. Sadler to Rockaborough, then out to Coutser. Coutser is met early by Wiggett. Sadler had to go back and get it, but did. Rockaborough will stand in at 9. To Campion, inside ball to Nutt.
Still working the forwards.
We'll go again, and that's Porter has gone now.
Great run by the
Curtin will
10.
find a little bit of space. Got runners right
Oh,
to
and he's
left.
put the prop in.
Wants the big guy. Big guy
And
looks for an
inside ball
offload.
to the
Gets
second
it.
row.
Billett will go
They're playing
over.
rugby.
Billett will score. Front row Union coming to the party in that one. Excellent support running, and then the offload.
Forwards
It's in the wrong position. Put a 1 in front of that 3, coach. Luke Clifton on the charge.
He's hurt his shoulder.
He'll be all right.
He'll be right. He's a prop. We're always all right. Front rowers never die. We just smell that way.
So it is 12 points to 7. The in-ground scoreboard hasn't caught up.
I hope I wasn't meant to be doing this.
It's 12 points to 7. Well, now 17 points to 7 with the kick to come. Flags go up, 19 points to 7.
Oh, Ted Apted's telling me to fix the scoreboard. Of course, I'm
Oh
commentating.
yeah, we have no control over that scoreboard. We've got control of ours. Ours is right.
It normally is me fixing the scoreboard. I can't be trusted during a first grade game.
So another restart for Tamai. I think whoever is doing the scoreboard has just got engrossed in this game.
Well, let's just claim it as a technical difficulty. It might have just frozen. Good take.
Bartlett. And in fairness, our wireless camera can mess with those things. So Elizabeth are pulling the way back at
Nice
Adelaide
big kick for
Uni.
field position.
Sam Rowe
Good
will
take.
be at the back, looks to shape to kick and does kick, finds
Says
some
I'll send it
space, but
back.
Rockaborough catches it on the full, has some counter-attacking
Ace, give it another
ability,
go.
sends it into Mann. Mann will offload to Billett, the try scorer.
And another great run by the Collegians 10.
Curtin will get away. Curtin will put it to foot. Give it. Curtin a
Oh!
jump to chase it. The bounce is absolutely perfect. We got this one on camera, young
Wow.
man. Tristan Curtin will score on his return to Bailey Reserve. And old Collegians will push away.
In footy, they call it a mongrel punt kick, but it came off.
Well, I'm going to give Mr. Curtin the benefit of the doubt. And that's not a bad finish as well from Tristan Coutser. And the news that the people away to our right will want to hear.
What's the score now?
The score now is 24 to 7.
24-7, Ted.
You are still live. It's 24 points to 7. But the score that the people away to my right will want to hear is Burnside are beating Brighton 12 points to 5. So that is minor premiers away to our right at the moment.
And rightly so.
Although it does look like that could be it for Curtin. Probably just look after his fitness as they go into finals. So Sadler out there on the far side.
I can see someone with the scoreboard iPad. Someone's taking.
It is.
Someone's taking action.
It could be
On this
our
scoreboard.
wireless
I think
camera.
it might be the wireless
It
camera
does tend to
taking it.
get in the way.
Okay, here comes the kick. Looks good off the boot.
No,
the
so it
left.
will stay 24 points to 7.
Pierce Rowan says $10 Ernie scores the next try.
Oh,
We don't bet on
well,
rugby
no.
at South, of course.
no. Gamble responsibly. So we are approaching the half-hour mark on the Wojtek scoreboard. It is pretty much going to plan for Old Coles.
They're clinical about it. This is what they do.
One try away from a bonus point as well. Not great news for South.
Won't go 10.
That's not going 10 as well. Going to find its way over, and we'll restart with a scrum in the middle. Talking about not great news, just over on the bench, Dylan Purcell has come off. And he did look like he was struggling, so I don't know whether we're going to see him come back.
And he's a class player, just on and off the field. He's just, he's what kids should aspire to.
Brodie Porter is still out there, though, so he's managed to shake off whatever his issue was.
And the South forwards are looking tired. The Collegians forwards are looking strong, and that's, in a game like this, that's, you need those forwards leading the way.
Yeah, like I said, it's a big ask for the more experienced players. Fleetwood Piper just runs at Isoa. Going to go short side, short hands to Bartlett. Bartlett has to try and get back inside. Good challenge by Jack Johns. And
Nice roll away, it's coming.
sensible rolling away from the young man as well. Nutt will step inside the first one, then try and find a little bit more room.
It's taking 3 flankers to put a college forward down.
Got him down eventually. Mann runs across, gets the hand free, dumps it over the top to
Still
Dawes.
going.
Dawes will run through the first tackle. Now they can go again, out to that far side. Coutts got man and ball, and it went forward anyway. So, again, as things stand, Old Coles minor premiers. Burnside in second, Brighton in third. Fourth and fifth, sixth. And then everybody just stays in formation from there on down. So a scrum to South, just outside the 22, so they have to play with it. Finally, the stadium clock has caught up with us.
Well, the scoreboard's caught up down with the clock, though.
Easy win.
We're going
Tamai
to some field
puts the
position,
ball
that's
on
good.
foot. He does turn around the defenders. It's all about the chase.
Oh, good bounce for the fullback.
It's not a terrible chase either. Rockaborough, left-footed, sends it into midfield.
No one wants
Everyone
it.
lets it
No one
bounce.
wants it.
Keeper finally deals with it, but gets Rockaborough
Oh.
straight away. And then lost it forward. Can't
Must
let
commit
that
to the
bounce.
kick.
That is, as far as Space Quake goes, it's a coach killer. Another scrum, really dangerous position, middle of the field.
Ooh.
We've seen how
Ernie's huffing and puffing.
dangerous Coutser is out on that far side, and then
I'll take
You
your
look-
$10, Pierce Rowan.
and then near side, Bartlett, Fleetwood Piper, and McDonough. That's a fairly special combination.
Looking dangerous. Strong Collegians.
Yeah, they're going to go to that blind side.
Oh, keeper couldn't hold on to
Keeper
it.
nearly got it. It's just going to be a knock on
It's just
because he
him and the
certainly
try
had
line.
a go at it. I don't know. Would he have made it?
Absolutely. I'm lucky enough to coach Dane's son Lorenz, and he's a flanker. Wears the number 7 like a number 7 should. It's just great seeing these boys playing, their kids coming through, playing good rugby too.
Brighton have brought it square at Burnside. And they are top on points difference, I think,
Number
at
8
the moment.
comes out again, goes himself past inside.
Inside ball this time to
Oh.
Knott, and then they will go
Back row
outside
from Collegians.
to Sadler, and Sadler will run around the backside. That is the bonus point for Old Coles. Do bonus points matter? Yes, they do today, because that try now puts them clear by a point on top and minor premiers. This is going to be a great day for the statistician, I tell you. if you are interested in that. As things stand, we've seen the top of the table change 3 times today.
Brilliant.
And just getting news through that Brighton have gone up now. So that's going to change. Everything will change again. Them going in front puts Brighton on top. Well, Will Sadler with the kick to come.
Good strike.
It's on the way.
He's got it.
And the flags go up.
South is now or never.
31
Back in
points to 7 on the Wojtek scoreboard. And so we start to get close to half time, and we can take stock of where we sit on this final day of regular season competition. And to my third time looking with this restart.
Here, Dave. Normally I'm cheering.
You could cheer a little bit. Rockaborough out the back. Better restart from Tamai. Sadler to Nutt. Nutt will find a gap and then go inside to Billet. Then back to Nutt. Nutt doesn't get away from keeper. Offload. It's another player down in green and red, and that's Cami Kamitha. Bounces in the hands of Eaton. Eaton is just going to shake his way through the first one. Out to keeper. Missed ball to Wiggett. Good hands. Plucked it out the air. Looks to offload. Came off feet. Did well to go back and get it, but knocked on.
Knock on college ball.
So it will be an Old Coles scrum. About 5 minutes to go in this half.
So I should probably have a quick plug for the Masters games coming up in 50 days to go.
Where are they?
They'll be held here at Bailey.
Here. Oh, you've got
we've got teams from Victoria coming over, and a few of the clubs putting, but we need more players. Cripple Crow's looking for players.
You've
Come
got
down and have a run. It's going to be a great weekend.
You've got some stuff going on in postseason at Bailey Reserve, haven't you? The NRC is coming here as well. Melbourne Rising versus that is a big hit, but don't know how legal it was. Charged down by Isoa. Offside. I don't think he would have got there anyway. Maybe everyone's got the memo and nobody's going to score until Ernie does.
You just got to wonder how many people Pierce bribed to get that to happen. 31-7.
31-7, yeah.
With not much time left on the clock on this half.
But where we stand with Brighton at the moment, leading at Burnside, it's the minor premiership is going to Brighton at the moment.
And it will bounce on the grandstand. Line out
just inside the Old Coles half. Shortened line out again for Old Coles. Much better conditions than what they were trying to deal with last week.
Great line out.
Campion will come down with it, then go to Sadler.
Oh, bounced.
He's missed everybody, and I think that's a little knock on again. First one was from Old Coles, though, so South will have the scrum in midfield. Lots and lots of blindside for Tamai to work in.
And you'd think South need the points here to stay in this game. If they don't cross their line in the next few minutes, it will be a tough order. I
mean, not that it will matter, but this is for all intents and purposes now, I think it's done up at the Barossa, and this becomes a dead rubber, as it were, for Souths.
I think they got lucky. Dane's
Keeper
going to go.
steps back inside, will offload to Eaton. Eaton
Stays on his feet.
does very well,
Yeah.
takes on 3 of them.
He's a hard player.
McCarthy is there again, then to Isoa. Isoa to Klopf. Speaking of hard players, happy to just do the hard yards. Punches well above his weight, does Thomas Klopf. Isoa will step back inside, bounces the first one. McCarthy again, this time to Stanojevic. He's never going to look to offload that. McCarthy again. Over the top to Tamai. Tamai will run around the outside of man. Has a player outside of him in keeper.
Line out.
Tackle comes across.
About 10
Good
meters
covering
out.
tackle.
Collegians.
It looks like the score came in bunches at Brighton a little bit. So line out to Old Coles, well within their own 22.
Going to the back again, Old Coles going over the top.
Over the top, and
Klopp
Klopp will bounce on it. Tries to look back inside, can't quite get there. McCarthy is there, numbers all over the place on this near side. They're just going to try and bash that Old Coles door down. McCarthy now looks to the far side. Tamai will drop it inside. Wonderful challenge. Souths just look a little bit congested at the moment. Klopf again puts his head down, takes on Campion. Forwards are going to take over and do a little bit of work.
Yeah, just hanging on to it, South now.
Old Coles in a familiar position.
Out.
That's where they were last week. And Johns manages to shake free. Takes on Fleetwood Piper. Fleetwood Piper drives him backwards. Again, the forwards are just going to try and work down that narrow side. Try and suck everybody in. But if you look to this near side, the furthest person out is Craig Earnshaw.
Don't let him score.
And he's inside the posts.
He is if it comes out.
Big loud blast, penalty in the middle.
And it's a tap and go. Could be Ernie. Gives it to Ernie.
There's Ernie. Ernie will go over. Earnshaw.
What's he got? I heard a scream from the Sunshine Coast.
That's an interesting one. Now they will go to Kami Kamitha.
He's going to go.
He will get within 5. Tamai. Short ball to keeper. Gone backwards. They're going on. Johns.
He's going to have to work for it.
Has to work very, very sideways. Tries to reach out as best he can. And lost forward.
I think it's a knock on there, yeah. Great defence, Collegians.
Backs to the wall stuff from the men from Tregenzа Oval. And I think, is that his half-time whistle? I think that was the half-time whistle.
That could be half-time.
He kind of snuck that in on us. So we will take a short break. We will be back. Very, very shortly, and we'll go around the grounds. We'll find out where everything is. We'll find out where the table lies. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back with you. So, welcome back to halftime. We've had a little chat at halftime. I actually went and spoke to Derek Bush at halftime, let him know that Souths were in. It really doesn't matter what happens from this point on with Port going down at the Barossa. So, Souths are in. Congratulations to the Barossa, by the way.
Yeah.
It's a big win.
Good on your Fraserman boys.
The other interesting one over at Burnside, at Brighton Oval, is Kensington Oval. Brighton are in front.
Brighton
So
are in
as
front of
things
Burnside.
stand, Brighton are minor premiers. Old Coles will finish second.
And we're ready for kick-off here
Burnside will
at the
finish
Bailey.
third.
Collegians to kick off in the second half. Will it go 10?
High
Just does.
hanging kick. That's about as good as it gets. And it's going to come back, but Cami Kamitha is in the right place at the right
Gives it to the
time.
freight train.
Good challenge from Sadler. It's a fair amount of human to deal with. Earnshaw, as he has played 349 games
And he was also
before.
the Premiership captain in 2007, Ernie. So that's
Cami
big.
Kamitha with knife hands to Stanojevic. Stanojevic will come back inside. Ball will come back their way. McCarty. Rose stands in at 10 to Earnshaw
Ernie He's having
again.
a go now.
It's gone backwards, so South can still go. McCarty to Isoa, his third first five in 3 phases. Tamai got man and ball, manages to get it back to keeper. Keeper runs across looking for a little bit of space. Will find Rowe. Clean out is
Lots
good.
of numbers out wide for South if they can get it out.
There are numbers on this near side. Jack Campion
Taken.
that's stolen away though by Fleetwood Piper. How's the counter attack? Nutt cannot bring it in.
That'll be a knock on.
Knocked on. So I did say I was going to get the names right. Simon Redfern for Adelaide Uni, 250 games today, and the other Burnside player. Don't have a name. It's John something. I think.
know him as Fozzie Bear.
Fossey, John Fozzie. Congratulations to Fozzie. He has done 500 as well.
Absolute legend.
There's 1,000 games being celebrated, or were celebrated at
Devo's still
Burnside
playing
today.
twos.
Yeah. Keeper
Oh, the kick
puts
in
the
attack.
ball onto foot.
Oh.
How's the chase for Isoa? Rockaborough will get across. Met by Isoa. Had help.
Oh,
Counter
good
ruck
work.
looks quite good. It's all gone a bit messy.
Still on the Collegians side by the looks. It is.
Kicked away. Wiggett and Rowe. Rowe let it bounce, but it's safe. Has a look at what's with him. And
Oh,
Wiggett is one of them, and he's met by Bartlett. Met hard by Bartlett. Stanojevic had worked well to get around the back.
And Stevie's let it go forward. Advantage Collegians.
There they go again. It's been a bit swings and roundabouts the opening of this second half. Billett
held on to
has
it.
a couple of bites at it, but does it.
Somehow.
There's on again in
Oh.
the background.
And it's
A
on.
little bit more. Cami Kamitha just not happy with Billett's reaction. I don't think Billett was happy with what Stanojevic did. Just a bit of discussion going on.
But if
Couple
you
of
talk
people
to Billy,
coming
he's the
in.
nicest guy.
Yeah, Cami Kamitha standing up for Stanojevic.
Good refereeing. Let's just play rugby.
Yeah,
he
we'll
says.
just have a scrum, nothing more than that. I don't think Billett was overly happy with the challenge from Stanojevic. And then it just boiled over from there.
And the forwards are having a laugh in the front row.
There we all
got a
move
game.
on
We've got
very,
a
very
game.
quickly. Short memories in rugby. So McCarty will put the ball into the scrum. You remember the bad old days, that scrum would have just stood up in a flurry of punches. It's settled down since then.
Yes. Oh, ripped out the tackle.
Not releasing. Well, I mean, there's a lot of what's going on from our right-hand side, but the knee is on the ground. You got to let it go. Whether you love or hate that law, that's the law.
It's a new law from the 90s.
I mean, it's been a law for a couple of years now, Serge. So we should mention the referee. It's Dave Gunning is out there in the middle, looking after this one, and he's been tested a couple of times. I like that he's keeping everybody calm.
He didn't play into it, he just got on with it. That's great.
Messy lineup, but it's going to come Old Cole's way. Wait and see the signal. Knocked on off the top of the lineup, so it'll be an Old Cole's scrum.
So both teams just settling into this half.
So 31 points to 7. It's been a little, it's calmed it down somewhat after this first half. I don't know whether the message has got to the South Boys. Like when I went and spoke to Derek at half time,
yeah.
he said, "Oh, don't tell them."
Yeah, don't tell them.
Sadler goes digging into the scrum. Bartlett will drop it off to Fleetwood Piper, met by Johnson.
Great
keeper.
leg drive.
But
still
Fleetwood
going.
Piper just keeps going. Sadler.
Oh, that's a
Man and ball again with Isoa. Again, they just managed to keep the legs going and get going. Sadler again, near side to Nutt. Nutt will get the offload to Kuta. Kuta will put it to boot. Went down 22. Afterwards and just going to come for a 22. Questions being asked about the late challenge, but if he'd started his action, that goal will find the hands of Fleetwood Piper. Round the back to Bartlett. Bartlett will send it out to McDonough. McDonough steps back inside, met hard and well. Dawes thought about it and will just straighten. Sadler into midfield again. Nutt steps inside one. Again, they will go. Rockaborough sends it inside to Mann. Mann will step one. Mann will throw a little bit of a dummy and then have to try and deal with Rowe and keeper. But again, they march on, Old Collegians. Rockaborough, flat ball to Kurtzer. What can Kurtzer do? That's how close he is. Just inches short at the moment. Sadler again. Big loopy one into midfield, and again, South will stand strong. Short ball to Billen. He is met hard by Cami Kamitha. Whistle's going to go. Penalty, Old Coles, offside.
Penalty to Old Coles.
Starting to look like a bit of a battle of attrition at the moment. And they've asked for the scrum.
Both forward packs are now asking the question, which is good to see.
Came to life again. That little
credit to the South backs, good defence.
So Old Collegian scrum, 5 metres out. Kutcher is one-on-one on this near side with Wiggett. And that's the side they go, and Mann doesn't need him. Mann will stroll over untouched and score another try, 36 points to 7. So all that's well and truly nailed on, you would think. When they've got the bonus point, it would be a massive ask for South to come back from this point. So the only interesting question then is what is happening at Kensington Oval? Well, Sadler will line up from the kick. Not much wind in the trees over the back, so
it's quite still today.
Straightforward.
great day for kickers.
And I have to say as well, I've seen this south pitch after a couple of weeks of rain look a lot worse than this. It is holding up quite
Hasn't
well.
been too bad.
Sadler starts his run up.
And he's pushed it to
That's
the right.
never
that
coming
one.
back, just pushed it. So, Tamai will restart again. It's getting a little bit easier for old Collegians as this one goes on. Nut stands under it, that's knocked on and will find its way to Jack Johns, who's going to try and find a
He
way
just loves
outside,
it.
steps back
He loves
inside,
that ball.
gets into the 22.
And he's turned it over.
Stolen away, but again, he's on the floor. Must
Good
release
well
when
done,
they're
Jack
on the
Johns.
floor. It's such an interesting one. I don't know whether it's something they're going to look at. So Old Coles will have a lineup. Not far away from the try line. My eyes don't fail me. It's about 6 meters to go. Sorry, it's a Souths lineup, 6 meters out. See whether they've got anything there. Klopf is sitting at the back. They went for Eton and they've lost it.
I mean, it was a
Campion
South
will
lineup,
steal.
but Collegians just looked like they had 2 pods ready to launch. It's just-
Kutzer will just put the ball to boot. It's going to find its way, and takes a wonderful Old Coles bounce and finds its way into the grandstand as well. Just communication, you would think, between Rowe and Wiggett. So South will have a lineup a fair bit further out than the last one. So a change for Kami Kamitha. No, he's just gone to get the ball. I thought he was getting a rest.
No, there's no ball boys here.
No.
Get your own
Well,
ball,
it looks like Graham
Billy.
Newton's left us as well.
Yeah, the depths of South is now starting to show.
Keeper. Little show and go. Didn't go too much further though. Again, it's a messy breakdown. McCarthy has to go and get it. Stanojevic finds Naylor Timo. Carter will go and get it again. Keeper. Flat ball to Klopp, and
Go,
Klopp hits
Tommy.
it. Finds a gap.
Oh.
Just offloaded it in hope more than anything else. A little knock on by Old Coles, so South will have another scrum.
Great pressure, Old Collegians, the whole time.
Starting to
Always
come into
there.
this game though a little bit in this little period, Souths. That's Tommy Klopf just feeling it a little bit as well, and again, that's not somebody that you would want to lose.
He's not soft, Tommy.
It's not overly
Forwards have had to
comfortable.
work. Both teams today, they've really had to put in today.
Well, of course, finals will start next week.
Exactly. And that's got to be weighing on some minds of, do I save some for next week?
That's it. That one will pop out the back. McCarthy will send it out to Keeper. Keeper will put it to boot and find Rockaborough. Left-footed. Just happy to clear the decks. So Uni are leading their game, 27 points to 15. So a line out, bang on halfway. South's ball again. They're enjoying a little bit of possession at the moment, Serge. Well, he was up there a long,
They
long
need the
time.
points. They need the next try. Otherwise, that's it.
Klopp will go again. Keeper. Inside ball to Stanojevic. Messy again, but it's come back to Eton. Eton Missed out. Jack Johns will put the ball onto foot. Again, turn Rockaborough around. Rockaborough sends it forward.
Ernie says, oh,
Earnshaw wants to go. Wants to go at Rockaborough. Rockaborough just hanging onto the leg like a toddler, but does enough. Now they will come near side. Keeper.
Oh.
Flat ball. Jack Johns.
I'm glad you said flat.
Has Sadler to beat. Does beat Sadler.
Oh,
Not will come across and get him. Where's his support? Support comes not in time, and a knock on. So no change over at Burnside. Brighton still leading that one, 24 points to 17. Close enough for everybody to be interested. You would say that 24 points is enough for a bonus point, wouldn't you? Sounds like they've got the 4 tries. So Old Coles will feed in deep in their own territory.
Running
Kuta. Out the back here is the exit play. He's going to turn Wigan around and row around. It's a good clearance. Going to bring them outside the 22. So basically on the 10-metre line.
It's a good kick. Oh, went over everybody.
Well, it went over everybody, and
Keeper's
it's going to
having a run.
work. Inside ball to Klopf. There's an Old Cole player with hands on, and that's good to
Here
go.
comes the counter.
Sadler. That's going to have to hit McDonough on the bounce, and it does. McDonough tries to step back inside, beats Tamai, can't beat the second defender. Old Coles will go again. Short ball to Billett. Sadler again. Not. Flat ball to Kuta. Kuta will step inside one. Wiggett will come across, have to deal with him.
Good strength.
Can't
Stays
quite
on
get
foot.
there. Steps out. Massive hit in the end. Took 3 of them to get him down, but get him down they did. Again they will go. Out to Mann. Mann to Bartlett. Bartlett rolls inside. Tries to get away. Gives it to Fleetwood Piper. Now it's a foot race and Fleetwood Piper will win it. And Old Coles go ahead again. Every time it looks like Souths are just starting to grow back into it. Old Coles managed to find another gear.
When they go together, Collegians. They back each other up, and they get the points.
It's a weird feeling around the ground today. It's a nervy feeling from Old Collegians. They're doing their bit. They're doing what they were asked to do. They have the win. They have the bonus point win. Souths have done enough through the season to end up in the Premier Grade finals. But it's kind of just a nothing feeling around the ground
There's
at the
definitely
moment.
some sore bodies hoping that this weekend ends as painlessly as
Oh,
possible.
well, they'll start it all again next weekend.
And the weather's just arriving for finals, which would be fantastic.
So Sadler a long, long way out on that far side.
Oh, it's a great kick.
Sent on its way, and
Yes,
the
it is.
flags go up. That's better from Sadler. So Tamai will restart again, and it's been something that we've said a lot today, unfortunately. When we started
They're
off this
just not
game,
in it, are they? They don't
well,
want
we
they're
talked
looking
about
tired.
we talked about gas in the tank,
to.
and there's a few of them that look as if the orange light is on at the moment. So Tamai again, good restart, hanging. Not really a competition underneath it. Not will go. And Old Coles will start their trek again. Billett. News from Burnside at the next break. High tackle.
The thing about Old Coles is every kickoff, every restart has been like the opening kickoff for them. They've hit it with the same intensity every time. And we're well into the second half now.
So the news from Burnside is Brighton 24, Burnside 23 with the kick to come. Conversion, we're waiting on the news for the conversion. So up towards the 22 and Old Coles will have the lineup. They're stopping the clock. I think there's a change happening. So Jack Johns is going to make way. He's played well, and you would hope that that's an injury.
Oh, he'll be sore tonight.
Not well. They could be resting him. They could. You wouldn't blame them for putting the queue in the rack somewhat and looking after some bodies.
We need to look after boys for next week for sure.
Old Coles will go to the back again. Sadler into midfield to Mann. Mann will step back inside, bumps off one, can't get away from the second one, but they are out again. Inside ball to Bartlett. Again, they will come to this near side. All a bit messy though, just went a little bit too far. I wonder whether that conversion missed. 24-23, Brighton's way.
What a round. Oh, and Collegians are in again out wide.
And Fleetwood Piper will score again. He certainly makes scoring a habit. One bonus point for Burnside doesn't really do enough for them. They stay in third. And so as things stand, Brighton still sitting on top of the pile.
So you can go from first to third in a kick in this round.
Oh, yeah. So Sadler with a kick from a similar place. It's always a good clue. You watch the assistant referees under the post. If they don't really move, you know they're having a good long look at it. Sends it on the way, looks good off the boot. Flags go up again. So the round, 50 points for Old Collegians, 50 points to 7. Just past the hour mark on the Wojtek scoreboard. So Tamai, you just got to find that happy medium, but the chasers just aren't there for him. Eaton looks like he could get underneath that one. And he does, and it will go backwards. Wiggett has to try and tidy it up. Lost forward first. So scrum down. South ball.
Give it to Ernie, the crowd says.
Ernie should be playing at 12 now. Just sure, Dane Keeper can play a little bit of second row.
I'm sure he would hate it.
Sure,
I know
he would.
10s love playing in the tight 5.
Big scrum
Comes
from
out
Old Coles,
eventually.
but it's come out. Tamai shows the first one. Flat ball to Isoa. Didn't take it with him. Whistle's going to go. Isoa was hit awkwardly as he went through. Billett is in the 8 jersey. Who's the number 5?
If you look at Collegians, they don't have that
Well, that must be
one
Rowe in
standout
the number
player
5.
that's doing all the work. They just all do their job and they do it well, and it just reflects on the scoreboard. It's just they just grind and go out all game.
So Old Cole scrum, man will look near side. Sadler has to go back inside to Rockaborough. Rockaborough will be the first one and then floated towards his support runner.
And they've used that number 8 passing off to the halfback on the run every time, and it's working
Well,
really
the 8,
effectively.
yeah, 8, 9, 15 blindside move, if it's done well, is very, very difficult to deal with. So another scrum, it's kind of descended into a set piece competition at the moment. Tamai comes back to Iso. He manages to slip a couple and then is met
He's through now.
by a couple more and
He's
still
caught.
keeps going. And he'll take on Rockaborough and it finally gets dealt with by Rockaborough and Bartlett, but not until he's covered a huge amount of distance. Earnshaw, Kami Kamitha to Stanojevic. Wiggett has to do the clearing out and manages it well. Eaton just fast and straight. Not rolling away. Not rolling away from the tackle is the call. Expect the Meaver to tap and go, which he does.
He's doing the I'm going
Timo.
myself move.
It's the good old-fashioned top and give it to a big
Give
fella.
it to a prop move.
Tamai out the back to keeper. Keeper steps
big hit.
back inside. It's almost felt like a little bit of a trailing leg. So another penalty. Keeper is slow to get up. And they've called for a scrum.
That's not a terrible option. You just work the forwards.
Well,
Give him a break.
I don't feel like the lineout has struggled today, but clearly they don't feel overly confident
I think
kicking to a corner.
Collegians have definitely got 2 strong pods, mixing it up, running back one forwards. It doesn't matter where South are throwing it, College are taking that line out. It's not a good feeling.
So there's that change that we sort of preempted early on with Wiggett going into 9 and McCarthy coming off. Young Jack Bush has come on to this near side wing and he'll renew acquaintances with Tristan Kutzer. Just to give Conor McCarthy a well-earned rest, you would think.
Tristan's had a great game.
So they will go with the 8, 9,
Oh, no.
15 and they're going to have a go at it. Wiggett.
And it
And
might
they
work.
are going to get there and it is going to work and
We
they
should
will
have
score.
Done that.
South will score their second one of the day. Cheer goes up from away to our left.
And
And
the Roosters are heading
I
behind the
don't
post.
have numbers on my teams. Oh, there we go. Benny Sutcliffe is the number 21. Well earned try. I thought for a second he was going to kick from the ground then. He looked like he was just making himself a little divot.
These last 5 rounds have been just a hard slog for all the teams towards the top of the ladder. Everyone's really had to work for it.
Flags stay down, so it's 50 points to 12. Still no news from Kensington Oval, so there's still
Nail
1
biter.
point the difference.
So if Brighton win, they finish top of the ladder?
Brighton when they finish top. Old Coles, as we stand, are in second. Burnside in third. Ankebringer in fourth. Souths in fifth. And then we go Port, Woodville, Uni, Barossa, Elizabeth.
Nail-biting finish.
So, like we said,
It's going to be a great final series.
Old Coles have done what they can. They did everything asked for them. Their fate lies completely in the hands of the men in double blue. Their local rivals could hand them the minor premiership.
They are not easy beats.
Brighton, on the other hand, are
No one
hoping
really
to
wants it for
hold
South.
on. Coutser will win that one back for Old Coles. Dawes sends it out. Good defensive line speed, so just put it on the foot. Turns everyone round. Wiggett will beat the first one. Can't beat Dawes, though. Ball comes back the right way.
Oh, great defensive line, Collegians.
Earnshaw stands in at halfback. Cami Kamitha. Little horrible bouncing ball. Ends up in green and red hands again though.
It's cost him about 7 or 8 metres. Forwards from Collegians working all day. Outstanding effort.
Tamai, big step inside. Tackled on and around the 22. South's just rumbling forward, taking it off in bite-sized chunks at the moment. Keeper sends it out to Bush.
That's
And
a
not-
how do you do?
The flag has come
Like
out.
that one, Jack Bucks.
There could be something. It's an interesting one.
I don't think anyone wants to see a card at this stage of the game before finals. That's
It's an interesting one. I mean, like, ironically, Tyrone Tapayo will say the same thing. It's not my fault they bounce off me and I can't get my arms around them quick enough. Just a talking to with Timmy Dawes.
I don't know. It's
And
just a
that's
chat.
about
and that's
it.
good. Few people not
He's
happy
going to
with
talk to him. I don't.
that, but it's the best thing.
the booze from
going
the. And this is what you get here. The
What are you trying to
acoustics
say
of
there?
this little stadium.
Oh, here in the grandstand.
This little stand,
here at
the
Bailey.
acoustics of the stand. Well, at Bailey, there is a wonderful atmosphere at Bailey
there's
every
passion all
time you
around
come
the
to
grounds.
Bailey.
It doesn't matter if you're at Brighton or you're at Burnside or at Tregenza or whatever. There's a lot of passion at all the
But
clubs.
just Bailey
It's just-
Reserve with its little
When people
grandstand.
say, is there rugby in South Australia? Absolutely there is. And the people who are here, they love it. We love this sport here.
So the penalty results in a line out to Souths. Go to the back. Campion
Good
will
take from
steal
College again.
another one. Ball bounces around and then
no
just
one wants
died. Rowe. He will put it to boot. Coutser takes it.
Great
Fires it into midfield to Rockaborough. Much to the chagrin of the Souths crowd. Fleetwood Piper to McDonough. McDonough will step back inside. Sadler tried to buy a penalty. I think he's got
I mean,
it.
they're still
But it
working on
doesn't
it for
matter
the
because
first
he's
5
managed to skip out of a couple. Sadler looking for support. The support comes in Bartlett. Bartlett, can he get there? Yes, he can.
Just the work rate of Collegians is just...
You can't rest on them at all. Interesting score coming from Uni. 27 points to 27-5. Elizabeth looking to try and get up over there. Apparently that one got a bit spicy. Still no news from the other game. Can Brighton finish minor premiers? It's been a while since they've actually finished minor premiers, Brighton. It's been Burnside the last couple of years, so I think it will be something that they will want to fix. They will want to get that minor premier trophy back. as we approach the final 5 minutes of this one. 55 points to 14 with the kick to come. So Sadler, he's had a lot of practice from out there. I think this is the hardest one.
It's his favourite kicking spot.
I think this is the hardest one of the bunch, though. Expect to see him put the whole lot behind this one. Sends it on its way.
Not quite.
Assistant referees were already walking towards
He's definitely
halfway.
added some damage to the scoreboard with his boot today.
So.
And the South Die Hard crew call for one more.
Tamai sends it deep. Dawes takes on Eaton. Brighton have pushed a bit further clear with the penalty. And Old Coles will just start again. Rockaborough to
Like
not.
it's the first 5 minutes. All game.
And they will come near side. Flat ball
Oh,
to
another big run
Clifton.
from the prop.
Clifton will get away for one.
And again.
Eaton did enough.
Oh, and he's
Offload
put it
is
away.
good to Kuta. Kuta will go. He will
Great play.
stride towards the try line. Kuta will go around underneath the posts. Popular try to the right-hand side.
Even the South type 5 are giving him a pat on the back.
Well, take a bow, Luke Clifton. That's all about you, big man. It's 60 points
I
to
felt that from
14.
here. Great stuff. There's something about a ginger front rower, isn't there?
Oh, the front row union, Australia-wide. They were willing Clifton all the way. A 50-metre try from one of the big fellas. Certainly would have been some people at Fox Sport who would have
Just
had a look at that highlight.
Just that presence of mind to get that clean pass off.
And it looks like Rockaborough has pulled rank for the kick in front. Or has Sadler gone
Easy
off?
one, that one.
So 60 points to 14, and we have pretty much done at this one. Brighton are
look at
leading that one, so it looks.
Look at that Collegians team. They are just playing for each other. That's a team effort, that one.
They have.
Very good.
They are coming good at the right time of the year. Luke Clifton sharing a joke and a smile with the Souths bench. That's a good restart from Tamai. Campion will rise though.
Lifting in the kick 5 minutes from the end. Great.
So a change at half-back.
Oh,
Stuart Nutt out the back. Cooter's going to go again. Cooter will send it infield to Stuart Nutt. Stuart Nutt will go in untouched underneath the posts. And Old Coles will just keep scoring. 65 points
Tristan's quite
with
happy
2
with
minutes
that
to go.
I'm sure he doesn't mind putting the nail in these old boys.
It's an interesting one, isn't it? Coming back to where you played a lot of rugby. So 65 points to 13 with the kick to come. And there's a fair number of South players now who
Yes, the bench is bigger than the field.
There's a fair number now. There's Naylor Timo who's
it's a war zone.
halfway. He's got cramp and being helped by Timmy Dawes.
Yeah.
Sam Rowe has limped his way off, so
He's giving him
Conor
a hand
McCarthy's rest is over.
Few twos getting a cap.
Dave Eaton as well is holding that left shoulder of his. I don't know whether It's starting to resemble the opening sequence of Saving Private Ryan at the moment. Again, Campion will go. Klopf, Soa challenged as best he could. The arm is out for a penalty, but where's the scrum? Knock on. So it'll be a South scrum
for the hooker.
Oh, you keep an eye on that one.
It's almost time.
And it looks like Uni have finally pushed away at Elizabeth in the dying stages of that one.
Big Collegian scrum, a lot of pressure.
Wiggett, good ball to Tamai as well. Tamai out the back to keeper. Oh. Keeper is met by two. One of them is Rockamore.
Yeah, he's had to work to get that back, and the ref just throws his arms in the air.
Yeah, just play, gentlemen.
These guys just keep going.
Klopf. Big guy from South just keeps going. Where's Toman? Wiggett again. Again, good service off the back from Wiggett. Porter managed to get his way through. Now out to Klopf. Stanojevic. Tries to don't argue on Fleetwood Piper, and Fleetwood Piper just powers him over the line.
Oh, and it's on.
It could be on again down there.
Just play rugby, boys.
Stanojevic certainly.
They're having a dance.
Stanojevic certainly never takes a backward step. There's a little bit more from keeper.
bit more intensity in the tackles, boys. Maybe we're looking at the ruck and maul rather than the
There
fighting.
was little bits and bobs going on there, but
I
again,
think South are just frustrated. Collegians are just rock solid, and South normally break those lines.
Kamitha versus points. Clifton.
Just not today.
Big and strong over the ball, old Collegians again. That's a class jackal, and it is going to be turned over.
Forwards come in and say, we'll have it, thanks.
Now it'll go back to Rockerborough, and Rockerborough will just put it out sideways, and that will do us.
Thank you,
so
Dave.
69 points to 14. Unfortunately, no news from Brighton at the end of this broadcast, so we're not sure. Nobody really knows what's going on.
Pandemonium.
Old Coals have done enough. Souths have done enough. They are in. Game is finished, but there's still a little bit going on. Ladies and gentlemen, the next time we speak to you, we will be in finals. We don't know who the minor premiers are just yet, and we will just leave you. Thank you very much for a wonderful regular season. Thank you for joining me, Serge. It's been an absolutely wonderful afternoon from myself and everybody here at Souths. Good afternoon.